push radio here that is not turning on at all, or the message says waiting for PC restart. So basically it goes into software update mode. Let's try to reset it once again. I'm going to cycle the power supply, plug it again, and here we go. We just have blank screen, nothing on the screen. The backlight is working, but there's no message. I'm going to start with undoing these screws. The next step in opening and getting everything out is to remove the front screen cover. This is essentially just sticky tape, and then we have 4 screws over there. And here we can see the front detached from the case after these 4 screws, and then in the back all radio, PCB and microcontroller here coming out. So after detaching all the leads, we should be able to get these both elements out. I got a request from a family member to build a Bluetooth speaker for her workshop, so I decided to buy a faulty multimedia player and convert this into a Bluetooth speaker. So this is Bosch DC826B DAB radio, FM radio, CD and Bluetooth player. It also has AUX input, and I thought, because of its construction, to be quite useful for parts in case I was unable to repair it. A lot of these DAB players fail due to a DAB module or a processor module. That's essentially what failed here. This is Frontier DAB module and processor. It has Kino 4 chip. It's basically like a microcontroller, and the other IC here is a memory module. And according to the internet, these memory modules do fail. Actually, in my case, it was still working every time I pushed on it, and then it stopped working intermittently. So I thought that's the problem is with the soldering, how this was soldered to the main PCB. So here is the PCB, and this area here, this is where it was sitting, and I thought this soldiers around it is the main reason for the failure. The soldier, this lead-free soldier, is absolutely awful. It is very brittle. I thought that was a cold joint, but after trying to improve the soldering around it, it stopped working at all. So this is essentially a piece of junk. I don't think I'll be able to do anything with it. For this Bosch radios, there is no firmware available anywhere, so I just cannot simply upload the firmware after removing the EPROM chip and reprogramming it. So this is useless. How this how these devices are built, I think that is interesting. So that's the main PCB. As you can see, it's not very big. What is responsible, what is the brain, is this Frontier module that is essentially soldered in place, having a firmware in it. Then we have Class AB amplifier. Amplifier is fed by the, you can see a big radiator that tells you that this is something more than just Class D amplifier. This chip here in the middle, this is preamplifier. That takes audio from 4 sources, and then after adjusting volume, tone, balance, loudness, feeds the main power amplifier. There is also removed Bluetooth chip that was here. The Bluetooth chip has its own firmware. That's why I'm not going to reuse it. I'm actually going to use a ESP32 for that purpose. So that's already removed to reduce interference. Other components on this PCB board, it's quite simple. This is that's where the 12 volts is coming in, and then it is being conditioned by the capacitor and some inductors. Here is DC-DC converter to go to down to 5 volts. The 5 volts feeds to power amplifier is fed by the 12 volts. This is fed by 5 volts, and then there are 2 further linear voltage converters or regulators. One is here, that was for the for this down to 3.3, and then one is here, that was power supply for the Bluetooth. These are connections to the CD drive. CD drive is here. There is nothing wrong with it. The CD drive is all fine, but the problem is I have no idea how it was controlled by the main firmware, so I don't know how to send commands to it. So that's basically at the moment useless. This is a breakout board for the LCD and the keyboard, and that's how and that's the long tape that it was connected here directly to the microcontroller, to the Frontier module. And LCD is being tested on this breadboard. This is the original LCD from the Bush player. This is a usual ST7789 2.4 inch board, nothing special. I'm testing it with Arduino Nano at the moment, converting this voltages down to 3.3. That's why there's a voltage converter here. And also all the keys. There is 9 push buttons and an encoder. And then we can see here in the front, all these keys and an encoder are being connected by these 3 wires. Really there are only 2 wires, because one is plus 5 volts and the other 2 are connected again directly to the Frontier module. And that's essentially how it looks like. Every electronic device can be divided into modules, and exactly the same you can see here. Is it repairable? If I knew the protocol, how this chip talks to Bluetooth, and CD. I could just use and replace it with the ESP32. I'm sure it is doable. But because I wasn't able to reverse engineering communication between the components here, I'm afraid I need to build something from the scratch just using components. But it is quite useful device for parts. There's plenty of parts that can be reused. I bought it specifically for this wooden case, and I have reasonably good speakers. It's going to be better than any other average Bluetooth speaker on the market for a fraction of the price. It is quite heavy. It's well done. I'm pretty sure it's going to work decently. It has reasonably good audio amplifier. It has reasonably good preamplifier. I can reuse the controls, so I can reuse the LCD as an output for the user and the buttons. So there is still plenty of components that can be essentially reused and find a new life. What is going to be thrown away is this module. It's essentially useless. That's the main thing that is broken. And CD, because I don't know how to communicate with it. So these two things are going to go to the bin. The rest will have a new life.